Good morning. This is a reiteration of an earlier video about WWE 2K16 and what should be in the game. Now, it was a rant because I was angry about the my disgust for WWE 2K15. It was pretty much a horrible game. Campaign mode sort of kind of saved it because the story mode was decent. It just had that stupid pick four grappling system in the beginning, a little tug of war kind of thing. Yeah, they need to get rid of that. It wasn't any. I don't think any previous game that was great. Going back to No Mercy, of course. Going back to WCW versus NW Revenge, which started World Tour started everything. The grappling system. World Tour started the WCW. The World Tour started the grappling system, as far as the U.S. anyway. But let's go on to WWE 16. I talked about more pyro. I talked about more weapons. I've talked about putting Creative Belt, Creative Arena, and creating your own wrestling organization in the game. I talked about using the Kinect or a mic to properly say your wrestler's name and embed it so that Lawler and Cole and Bradshaw can say your name of your wrestler the way you want it to be said. The announcer coming down to the ring can pronounce the wrestler how you want him to enter, how you want him to sound. Because people have different ideas, and we should have to pick from a list of names, generic names, when we can just say it. We can just say it. Now to save some space. Okay? Of course, I wanted to create my own wrestling organization, which means, they did create an arena. You can put your logo stuff on the ring and stuff like that, but the belts still had to be WWE branded. You should you just open up, create a belt where I don't have to have anything from WWE on it. I should create it from my own mind. I can create from, give me the triangles and circles, give me the gold or silver or platinum, whatever I want to make my belt out of, trash, anything. Some of you backyard wrestling fans know what I'm talking about. Also, create my own matches and select what I can do in those matches. I talked about the Dudley Boys, who can go through most tables and the time limit. That match has never been put in a WWE game. I'm still waiting on that match. It's a great match. Talked about the Royal Rumble, turning pins and submission on like in No Mercy. That was just great. It was fun. It creates a replay value. It's what you're trying to create in the game. When you create a game should be great, but replay value should be greater. Okay? You shouldn't have to depend on DLC to do that. The game should be great. The system should be great. It should be a bonus. DLC should always be a bonus. Okay? Let's get off of that now. Now, on to creative finisher. Some people liked it, some people didn't. But when it was in the game, some people used it, some people didn't. That's what's great about it. When you have it there, it's better to have it and not need it and have it and you can't use it kind of thing. You understand what I'm saying? I told you to go back to look at Raw 1 and 2 as far as the pyro was concerned, that their pyro had the lasers, it had stuff coming down from your genius mind of pyro. Raw, I think it was Raw 2 mainly, because Raw 1 was just the beginning. Raw 2 had actually perfected it, I believe. GameCube, Dead Reckoning 1 and 2, you got pyro in every part of your entrance. So this pick two spot pyro crap needs to go. It needs to be whatever you want. Your entrance should be the grandest thing about your wrestler. When you come down to the ring, you should be, yes, I created that. I did that. This is what I would want to do, how I would want to come out, kind of thing. You took out fighting in the crowd, which you still haven't perfected, by the way, because if you look at fighting in the crowd on the television, they go back they can throw them against walls in the crowd. I mean, look at, what was that game, Def Jam game, where they were fighting, I can't remember the name of that game. But it can kind of look like that, where the crowd's around them while they're fighting in the crowd. They can pick stuff out and throw it and, head back to the ring or whatnot. Okay? I should be able to go backstage while I'm, No Mercy, backstage. Come on, this is a 64-bit game. Come on, guys. Come on. I know you're saying you want it to be faster, speed, and all that, but some people enjoy. No Mercy is a good game. No Mercy wasn't perfect, but it was one of the best games ever made. Period. THQ, York, whatever, all them guys did their thing. Shaq Pacific, whatever. So, you have the model. Take it from there. Take people's ideas. These are like the best ideas I'm giving you. Like as far as like chairs and stuff, you should be able to open the chair and sit it down and plant somebody's face on it. I should be able to open the chair and suplex somebody on it. I should be able to set six chairs in the ring and slam somebody on it. That's how far you are behind in the gaming wrestling world. And people are sick of it. They're sick of asking for these things and you're not moving. You're moving at a snail. It's like you have no ideas at all. And then when we give you ideas, hey, yeah, we're not going to do that because we're dumb and stupid. Because WWE, the game is you're satisfied. Especially if I'm WWE, if you're satisfied with the amount of sales you get, you're full of crap because it's all about profit. I'm telling you how to increase your profits. Plain and simple. I am telling you how to increase your profits. Okay, your tag team moves, finishers are from the same list where your tag team regular moves are. Come on. You should have all the Legends tag team move finishers in the game since WWE started, okay? Since WrestleMania 1, even before that, the tag team finishers. And then they shouldn't be on the same list as your regular moves, okay? What happened to the Dudley device? Once McMahon bought ECW, all those moves should belong to him, so the Dudley Boys 3D should be in there. I don't know what happened to that. Whatever the Acolytes move finisher was, the Bushwhackers, the Midnight Express. I mean, come on, guys. Let's get real here. Let's get serious. Let's focus. I mean, if you want to hire me on your creative team, Activision or whoever does the WWE, if you want to hire me to be on your creative team, I can do it for your gaming stuff because I know what most people want. I know a lot of people want in their game. There's more ideas that I haven't even thought of that are out there that people want in the game. Because your hardcore wrestling matches, the same generic 4 weapons or 6 or 7 weapons they got. Come on, guys. Come on. You got to do better. You've got to do better. And there's a calling for wrestling games to be better. The only reason that I am not creating wrestling is I don't have a degree in that. I'm thinking about doing that just to be your competition, to show you how a wrestling game can be great. That's my goal. To come out with another game to defeat. I'll come out with Ring of Honor because Ring of Honor wrestling is great. I like when I watched Ring of Honor wrestling. It's pretty good. It reminds me of what TNA was when it first started, which a lot of Ring of Honor guys were in TNA when it first started. So I kind of see why Ring of Honor they went back to Ring of Honor. Because TNA is trying to go to what WWE is. Let me tell you something, TNA, while I'm talking about, why I mentioned your name. The reason you were so successful it was because you were different from WWE, not because you were the same. If I'm watching TNA and it reminds me of WWE, why watch TNA? You hear those crickets? Exactly. Go back to the Ring of Honor style wrestling, fast-paced, high-flying X Division. That's what's made you successful. It made you successful. You can say, "Well, we're doing good now. We're on a channel that hardly anyone got, but we got the viewership up on that channel." Fine. If you're fine with those making those profits, fine. Don't listen to nothing I got to say. But if you want to go back to being TNA, not total nonstop action, go back to X Division heavy wrestling, hardcore heavy wrestling. What fans want to see, your 19 to 30-year-olds, which is basically your block of hardcore wrestling, people who watch it hardcore. I'm talking about like fans that watch wrestling a lot. I'm talking about people who want to see someone go through a table, a flaming table, or some tacks and stuff like that. Who wants to see somebody get DDT onto a chair, kind of thing, or Falcon's arrow onto a chair, or belly-to-belly suplex onto a chair, or a ladder, or through a ladder, or off the top ropes. Go back to what made you great and stay in that space. Why? Because it's different from what WWE is doing. And they're on TV like y'all are on TV. And if people start to see you go back to TNA olden days when Jeff Jarrett was there, I'm going to say it. I don't give a what you think. You need to have a talking to. But This kind of turned into a TNA rant, so I'm going to leave it alone and go back to the WWE 2K16. Look, you have a chance, WWE, to make a great game. You have made great games in the past. Some of the SmackDown storylines were great. GameCube and N64 wrestling games were greater. Sorry, that's just the way it is. As far as the grappling system, as far as what you can do. I do like the backstage, walking backstage in some of the SmackDown games. I ain't gonna lie about that. But I think you need to look at some of these people's commentary on YouTube. Other wrestling WWE, not just mine, but other WWE fans, gaming fans, and take their ideas and do them.